Hey guys, welcome back to today's video.
And welcome to our
bed and breakfast.
Yeah, it is a beautiful bed and breakfast, but a separate video is coming out on that. But
so we won't show you too much. It's really nice.
Yeah.
It's a little rainy today, but honestly,
worth it.
I'm like down for the rain just because we're so exhausted from traveling.
We need the gloomy day.
Brings us to this video. Here are some tips on how to long road trip with a baby, specifically a 6-month-old.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's get into it.
So we are about 2,000 kilometers or 1,350 miles away from home, which is far. We're quite far from home, and we did that all within 3 days.
Less than 3 days.
Less than 3 days. Yeah.
3 days. So the first tip would be don't bring toys. Like maybe bring a couple, but there's really no point on bringing toys. Babies like garbage and
they're like cats.
And water bottles. I don't know why. Like I can give him a toy and he won't want to play with it, but if I give him a bottle or something that he's like not really supposed to play with, he loves it. So
unless you guys have toys that the baby is more than happy with to stay engaged with for like we're talking about like 45 minutes to hours at a time.
Electronic toys are like
they're like crack.
I didn't want to be like that parent. I wanted to be very crunchy, but no, I got like an electronic. I have like a remote that my parents gave me, and then I have keys. Those really work.
Yeah.
And also anything that makes crazy noise. I just got this like tower where you stack towers on.
The stack rings.
And it has one of those like rattlers in it. He loves rattles.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to buy him like a separate rattle, or I think that'll be fine because he's probably going to grow out of it soon. But I'm just going to buy him musical instruments now because he loves to hit stuff.
Yeah.
Like slap. He likes slapping my leg.
He likes slapping period. He likes slapping the dick.
Yeah.
Tip number 2, like being able to stop and take breaks. So whether that be for food or gas, or even if there's a road closure that they need to close for a couple hours, take that break. It is better to stop for a couple hours for you to be able to stretch your legs, stretch your hips, have the baby be out of the seat, go for a little walk. Hopefully they have a porta potty so you can go to the bathroom where we were. And
but just make sure, because once you take them out of that seat, they're not going to want to go back. So just be prepared for that. So if you're stopping, stop enough for like maybe their wake window, which in this case
it was like we were stopped for 2 hours.
Yeah, we were stopped for 2 hours, but he was awake a little bit beforehand, so he was awake for like 4 hours.
And he fell right back asleep once.
Yeah,
admittedly he cried a little bit, but then he just fell asleep.
Yeah.
For us, it definitely made more sense for us to go for an hour, stop, and just have a rest than it did to go all the way around, come down. Driving for 6 hours straight just does not make sense with a baby. Sometimes you need to just stop, have a break, and then come out the other side.
Third tip would be they're gonna cry, they're gonna be unhappy, and that's okay. Don't stress too much about it, especially because like they don't understand what's going on. They're so small, so just kind of roll with the punches and don't try to lose your mind. Thankfully, I know we've only been driving for 3 days, but it's honestly been like the miles that have given us that, I guess, right to say how to long distance with a baby. So yeah,
it's trial by fire. I mean, the hours that we've done just driving in the last 3 days is enough to merit like a course.
Yeah. And then I guess the fourth tip would be don't fight with your spouse. It's not going to make anything easier. It's not going to make anything better. So yeah, if you're stressed out, just say you're frustrated, say why, and then you guys can be frustrated together.
It's you two versus the problem, not you versus each other.
We had one argument, and that wasn't even because of the kid. It was just because of a road closure. We didn't know about it, and yeah, we decided to take the road closure, which is why we suggest breaks.
Because honestly, that has probably been the biggest blessing in disguise of all time. Like, of this entire trip, that 2-hour break was probably the best part of it.
Yeah, that was like our longest time ever stopping in between the days.
Yeah.
And then the last tip that we have would be have someone really focused on the baby and then have someone focused on the road. It really makes such a difference.
Yeah.
So if you, like for me, for instance, I had like a comfortable seat in the back, and I would kind of go back and forth depending on how he was doing. If he was awake, I was back seat and playing with the baby. And then if he was sleeping, I would go sit in the front seat, which he doesn't sleep for very long. He sleeps for like 40 minutes, not even.
Not even at times.
So that was not fun. So yeah, and then have someone focus on like driving, and like, I vented a lot to you, and like you listened to it and stuff like that. But like, yeah, you have to trust the people. Like I trusted in his driving. He trusted that I was able to take care of the baby, and it really fucking worked out.
Oh yeah, being a supportive partner and having a supportive partner makes the road trip
so much easier.
So much easier. If you're doing it by yourself, obviously it's going to be a bit of a different story. But us two, it's us two versus the road, and us two versus our terrorist of a child.
And remember, don't have any expectations. Just expect the worst.
You can hope for the best, but expect the worst.
Yeah. He might cry for... Actually, you can just pull over, but like if you can't pull over safely, it's like almost 30 minutes until like you can pull over safely.
Yeah.
So like you might be expecting him to cry for a little bit, and that sucks. I think the longest time he cried was 5 minutes.
Maybe, not even.
Yeah,
it was pretty quick.
And that was him like falling asleep. So yeah, those are our tips. I cannot stop looking at this view, so we're just gonna wrap this up.
We're gonna take this day to recharge.
Yeah.
Which is kind of a hidden little 6-1 is when you're taking breaks, even take day-long breaks.
Yeah. But thanks for watching today's video. Wish us luck because we have 28 more days of this. So yeah. See you guys in the next video, and soon some vlogs will be coming up of our travels. This is a lovely place, but we did not stay in lovely places all the way, so stay tuned for that.
Anyway, if you guys have any more tips, be sure to leave them down below. Otherwise, give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. We'll see you next time.
Bye guys.
Oh, it's literally showed up right there. Oh my god.